See some familiar faces out there. I've been in the community and lived in the district since the 80s. I've owned a successful small business for 24 and a half years that I sold a few months ago and have a lot of time on my hands. Obviously too much. I'm also a former Board of Trustee member and board president. A lot of people ask me why I'm doing this. I don't have an agenda. My agenda, if one could be condensed down, is to have a positive and constructive and effective voice as a part of a group of people that is going to do what is necessary in the proper role of oversight such that we might maximize the limited dollars we have to increase student achievement. Because after all, that is the primary function of a school district, is to educate its kids. I've been away from it for a little while, but I haven't been totally oblivious to what's going on. I believe we need better oversight to get more sustained results at a little bit higher level, and I think we can do that with a little bit more critical look at the oversight of what we're doing. We need better transparency. We need oversight, the hard part of oversight, which is when you buy into a vision and you devote money, manpower, and resources to it, as well as time, the hard part of the oversight that usually doesn't get done is going back and assessing, did it achieve your objectives? And if not, are you going to tweak it? Are you going to modify it? Or are you going to change direction? There's no shame in trying something new. You take a shot. But what happens if you don't do what you think you were going to do? No shame in that. But that's why I'm running. To be a constructive, effective voice for better oversight, such that we can maximize student achievement. That's it.
Hi, my name is Amy Putnam. I never in a million years thought I would be running for a public office, but I am. So I'm very happy to be here in front of you guys tonight. I'm a lifetime Republican voter. Voted for Trump and Governor Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Patrick. They've been at my house. We've had fundraisers. I love Republicans, so definitely on y'all's side. I am an educator. I taught for 6 years. I taught 5th grade in Carroll Southlake and 5th grade also in Arlington ISD. So I come from a perspective of being an educator. I've been in the trenches and I know what it feels like to have administrators and ISDs and work with budgets and the whole 9 yards. But beyond that, I became a mother of 3 wonderful boys who have gone to GCISD now. My oldest is 19, his name is Tanner, and he graduated 9th in his class last spring. He's at TCU. I graduated myself from TCU with an education degree. I also did my counseling, and I got my master's in counseling from North Texas. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours volunteering with my kids when they were growing up in Keller ISD. We actually had a house in Colleyville, but we were slated for Keller ISD. So I got to see that part of being in one community and wanting to be part of the school district in another community. And that was tough on my neighbors. My husband and I actually got a transfer policy if you lived in the city of Colleyville to come to GCISD and transfer in because we were concerned with the declining enrollment in the area. It was a win-win situation for us. 90% of the families on the west side actually came over to GCISD. So we decided to move and come into Colleyville proper to finish raising our sons. I actually won the Lifetime PTA Member Award in Keller ISD at Liberty for the hours and work I did with that PTA, as well as working with the counseling department there. So I'm very proud of that. I also was the booster tennis representative at Grapevine High School for the last couple of years. And tennis parents, that was a tough group. I enjoyed it so much so, and it's the main reason why I'm standing in front of you today. Just all the different things that we had to accomplish through 3 years of a very strong tennis program. We actually won state back-to-back, and we went a third year and won third place after losing 17 hotshot tennis seniors the year before. So I'm very proud of those accomplishments. I ushered in 3 different coaches, helped them transition. I had to do a lot of help with one particular coach within the ISD to get them comfortable and to understand the ropes of how things work, and they taught me a lot too. So I want to be a member of the board because I want to make sure that there's financial accountability, that the core values and things that we want to have happen, and the non-core stuff is kind of not overlooked, but set aside. So I want a serious discussion about why we are choosing some things over other things. And I want it to be positive though, because everything that I've been with and been a part of in GCISD has been so positive. But it needs to be an adult decision, adult discussion, and it definitely needs to be something that we look at very hard as a community. I want to leave a very strong legacy for our future children. I want it to be financially secure in our district. And I believe I have the experience as a mom, as a volunteer, and as an educator to do that. Thank you.